Hello, this is an average Arceus, and this is Forget the Colors. This module isn't exactly as hard as it looks, it's just very, very tedious. There is a couple things involving trigonometry in this, sine, cosine, floor cosine, -1. But it's not exactly as difficult as it seems. It's all in manual. There's not much to do otherwise. Well, the HTML manual. Anyway, what we'll need to know is pretty much every single bit of the edge work. Let's see here. Batteries. 2, 3, 5 batteries. And 4 holders. No indicators. And an empty core plate. And the serial number is Papa Bravo 7 Bravo Victor 6. So for this module, we'll need to note down the tube colors, red, cyan, orange, the gear number and color, 3 white, and the Nixies, 6 and 7. In the manual, notice that maroon and red are both present in this module. The way to tell them apart is red is a bit brighter than maroon. Maroon is quite dark in color. It's like, it looks like it could probably blend into the rest of the tube, which is all black. This is a stage counter right here. It also shows the number of unignored solved modules, so in case there are no ignored modules, you can just, if this rule applies right here, this subtract number of solved modules right here, you don't need to worry about looking around for solved modules. It'll show it right here. This 3-digit number is used in this manual right here. Write the 3-digit display to get the first 5 decimals in absolute cosine. So we write down this 3-digit number, 466, gives us 0.27563. If it's absolute cosine, it will never be negative. So let's note that down right here. Okay. So using the first table, this table right here, modify both of these Nixies, 6 and 7, based on the colors of each cylinder, red, cyan, and orange. Modulo both of them by 10, so let's see here. Red is +5, 11, and -1. Modulo 10, so it's that. Cyan, which is -7 and -5. -6 modulo is 4. And orange, which is -1 and -6. Okay, those are our Nixies. Then we need to take the sum of the Nixies, so that's 8, and the gear number, so 11, modulo 10 again, to the table right here. We start on the color of the LED on the gear, which is white. We move up the left Nixie, which is 3, the calculated Nixie, do not use the one in the module, and move down the right Nixie, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. So we end up on orange. So we apply this rule to this number 1 right here. So we subtract the number of ports. There are no ports. So then we construct the 3-digit number using the left Nixie, the calculated one, the right Nixie, and then the number that we just obtained. And we write this 3-digit number right here to get the first 5 decimals in sign, not absolute sign, just standard sign, so it can be negative. So we put those together. The sum of both forms the number for that stage. Hold on to it. You don't really need to add them together yet. You could just do it all at the end, and you'll still get the same result. Anyway, now that we have both the numbers calculated, we can get rid of this and solve the module. Now we're on to the next stage. Stage counter increased, and all things shuffled. In this case, the tubes are orange, purple, and blue. The gear is for orange, and 93 are the Nixies. 184 is the number there, and it gives us 0.99756. That's a pretty large number. Maybe get that quite a bit. So once again, let's modify these nixies. I almost said modulo. So we subtract 1, subtract 6, so this becomes 7. What you can do, by the way, in case the number will go above 10 or above 9 or below 0, is that you reverse this and change you reverse this based on 5 and change the negative to a positive. For example, +7, change it to -3. -5, yeah, change to +5. This you don't need to worry about. -9, you just change to +1. Anyway, the next one is purple, which is +5, we can do -5, and -9, we can just do +1. And blue, which is +8, we can do -2, and +9, which we can do -1. And we add those together. 1 + 7 is 4. 1 + 7 is 8. Sorry, +4 is 2. Orange. What we can do, by the way, for the movements is take the larger one and take the larger one and subtract the smaller one and move down that one. So in this case, 7 - 1 is 6. So we'll move down 6 from orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we subtract the number of lit indicators. There are no indicators, so we can ignore that. 172 gives us this. So we'll append that to this and solve another module. Alright. Next stage is cyan, white, white. 7, green. As you can see, the gear does rotate, so you may have to look at it from a different angle to read the number. 9 and 5. The number right here is 576. So we'll add that right here. Okay. Let's modify them again. -7, so it gives us 2, -5, 0. White, -3, we could just do +7 and +5. Do that again, just subtract it because X just adds 10, so it does absolutely nothing when you put them all together. Subtract 3 gives us 6. So we'll put those together. So 6 + 0 is just 6, +7 is 3. From green, we'll move up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are subtracting the number of lit indicators. Again, no indicators. How? This is actually somewhat lucky. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's copy that and put that here. Solve another. Next stage is green, cyan, cyan. 5, purple, 54. Number is 8. Oops. 801. So that's the number for this stage. Here. Green is +7 or -3 and -4. Cyan, we could just do it twice, so this becomes -4, which you could change to +6. And 5 and 5 just become 10, so we could just completely ignore that. 8 + 0, 8 + 5 is 3. Purple, we move up 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Add the number of indicators. Why does it keep giving us indicators? We don't have any. 803. 0.99524. That is this one. Okay. Gonna need a bit more room for this. Next stage is yellow, cyan, maroon. Again, had to distinguish between them. Maroon looks a bit like it can blend into it. Actually, I think that's probably red. 2, pink. Pink, again, note as I if you want it to stay capitalized or uncapitalized. Otherwise, you can just put this lowercase p. 871 gives us this. So, we'll put it there. Modify the nixies, so yellow, add 3 and add nothing. Cyan, subtract 7, add 3, and subtract 5, add 5. Did I even modify that? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Cyan, subtract 7, add 3. I did not modify it, actually. Anyway, there we go. Fixed. add 5, subtract 5, and subtract 1. Put them together. 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 2 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1, so we move down 1. Add the number of total indicators. Why does it keep giving us indicators? We don't have any. This is somewhat lucky. So consider it. Anyway, we have one more stage that we have to get as the solve factor will put it in its solve state. This is maroon, by the way. As you can see, it's a bit darker than red. The tubes, it's a little bit harder to tell, but on the gear, it's very easy. Green, cyan, white. 3, maroon. 9, 9. 653. That gives us 0.39073. There. Finally, let's modify it. Plus 4, it's plus 7, sorry, subtract 3. Subtract 4. Cyan is minus 7, add 3. Subtract 5. White is subtract 3 and add 5. Put those together. 6 plus 5 is 1, plus 3 is 4. Move up 1. Again, wow, there has been no modifications. So we'll put that in there. Also, just note, for this chart, if we were actually ever going to modify it, we would modify this number exclusively, just this number right here. We wouldn't modify anything else, we just leave it at that. Anyway, that is all of these stages, so let's delete that, get the final solve, and it's in its solve state. When it's in its solve state, all of these turn gray, and all become zeros. You'll notice that these nixies are actually highlightable, and when you click them, they cycle through the numbers. Yeah. If you were to click these at any time while it's still generating stages, it will give you a strike. To submit, you turn the key, but anyway, what we need to do, after all non-ignore modules are solved, when the cylinders and gear turn gray, this means model is ready for input, add up all the stage numbers taking only two decimals. So let's do this. Plug into our good friend Desmos after it loads. Give it a second, this always happens. Actually, what we can do probably is delete that and add a plus right there. You can't exactly see the rest of it. It's not really showing all of it, but if you're wondering, let's see, enter right here. So you can see all of it. Anyway, let's plug that into this. It'll generate it to be, here it is, 3.67455. So we go into here, take only the decimals, so we change this to a 0, and keep the number positive, so 0.67455 is 47. We submit that by turning these nixies into the number and turning the key. That's solved. Forget the colors. There's one thing that I could not go over on this because, well, it only happens if there are no stages generated. It says here, if no stages were generated nor all of the rules also did the work for you, just throw a 90. Basically, what you need to do is just submit 90 and it will just solve immediately. That is Forget the Colors. Again, not overly hard of a module, just somewhat tedious. Colorblind mode, by the way, it does have colorblind support. The key is ROYGCBPIMW. It does say right here in colorblind mode, I means pink and P means purple. Anyway, that is Forget the Colors. That is everything I need to talk about. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next tutorial.